no matter what type of level you even want to play, there's hopefully something we can help progress you in. We're all about exposure and
Right.
opportunities. Those are our two buzzwords. For instance, we're not just going to come to Winnipeg for our 2-day event and promise
Okay.
that you're going to have enough skills to be as good as
Yeah.
Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay.
It's just
No, not,
unrealistic. So what we try to tell you is if you're good enough, there's going to be different opportunities that are presented to you. There'll be
right.
professional opportunities where you can go
Right.
on and who
Right.
knows, knock on wood, you'll be the next Alfonso Davies or someone like that that's representing our country. Or even if
Right.
you're not, even if it means you were able to get a scholarship to a Canadian university and then leverage that and go on and do something with your education. How you guys keeping though? Everything's all right on your end?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything's all
Very
right.
well.
How about you?
Yeah. Everything is okay.
Everything's good. It's okay. Like the COVID situation's tough, but we're pushing through. How is it over in Winnipeg? How you guys dealing with things?
Well.
Still pretty okay right now. We just keep following social distancing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's about kind of the same.
Yeah. You are. Are you? Where are you calling from?
I'm so technically right now I'm in Montreal. So that's where I'm recently called home. I'm from Ontario though. I'm from Toronto, so that's
So
hometown for me.
yeah. Yeah. Montreal and Ontario are hotspot for COVID, right? So yeah.
It's
But
been
in
pretty bad where
Winnipeg,
I
we're
am, for sure.
trying, like Manitoba, we're trying to contain it.
Yeah,
It's just for us to stick to the rules, for people to stick to the rules, right? Which is
exactly.
sometimes difficult, but we just have to do it because this is going to 2 years, brother. So,
I know.
so we need to do what we have to do.
Correct.
It's painful, but we just have to because of this variance that is in town right now.
Yeah,
And yeah, so the only thing is that you can't plan. If you plan, your plan can change, right?
correct, correct,
So
correct.
that's it.
It's yeah, it's being very very tough. We're just trying to push through every day. We're like you said, we're planning and adjusting
Right,
and just hoping for the best. And it's crazy. I was speaking to someone today, and
right.
it's been about a year since I spoke to them. So we were talking. We're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember last time we spoke, we were like, oh yeah, this will be gone
Right.
by the summer,
Right.
no worries. And then be gone by Christmas, no worries. And then we're still here. So
Keep pushing.
Yeah,
it's
that's true.
crazy. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah.
All right, I guess we can start. So,
Mhm.
first of all, it's a pleasure to have you in our studio. I can say studio even I'm at home on Zoom.
Of
This
course.
is a Winnipeg Sport Activity, and my name is Abdul Karim. So, how about you? I'll let you guys introduce yourself so you can get to know each other.
Definitely.
Yeah. My name is Wilson Akinwale. I'm the Nigerian Publicity Secretary of the Nigerian Association of Manitoba, and that's the like a my piece like PR person for the Nigerian organization in Manitoba. And you can see us everywhere on social media. We are there, we are present, and that's what I do. Right now, personally, what do I do? I'm in school. I went back to school to do my master's degree. I'm rounding off at the University of Toronto, and then by next week, I think I'm done completely for my studies. Then I'll be able to. I'm a minister in church, as a matter of fact, so I'll be able to go to that. And I'm currently in a church, pastor in a church, but that is what I do as my vocation. But I take more now the voluntary job with the Nigerian community to serve the people, to attend to their needs and do all that. So, including anytime Winnipeg Sports calls on us to for one thing or the other, it's part of it just to do it, just like what we're doing now. So that's what I do now.
Beautiful guys, beautiful. Yeah,
Right.
my name is Marcus Hansen, founder of FTF Canada. We're a digital sports media and events company. We're
Okay.
based across Canada, and what we try to do is create exposure and opportunities for Canadian soccer players. That's the be all and end all. We feel as though the game, it can grow a lot more than it has been, and it's our mandate and our mission to try to push these players on forward. I feel like there's a lot of popular players like Alphonso Davies and Jonathan David are becoming to be, if not household names already.
Right.
So what we're trying to do is make more of them. We want to make them, whether they're a girl or a guy or just Canadian, period. We're looking to expose that talent. How we do that, we host events. So we go across the country. One of the places that we're going to be attending, hopefully, fingers crossed, and in the next couple of months, we'll see. If not, we'll push it back and run it at another time. But we're planning to go to Winnipeg, and I think that's when we got on Abdul's radar in terms of what we were looking to do. And we're looking to find basically the best 100 soccer players in Manitoba. We have a lot of different opportunities that we know we can present. We have affiliations with a lot of different professional leagues and scouts and agents and NCAA schools in the States and schools in Canada that are looking to give scholarships to these athletes. So that's basically what we do. My schooling background, I went to school in University at Buffalo in the States. I did my 4-year undergraduate degree. And then I did my master's at Brock University in sport management. So I'm working in my field, and that's how I kind of got to this thing.
You said 100 players in Manitoba, right? You're looking into that, right?
For sure. That's our goal.
That is huge. Yeah, I was telling Abdul Karim last year that we are looking into sports, how sports connect our people and our community together. And I see sports as real powerhouse, like the hub, just like the way we have it in Africa. I mean, last year was a typical, like a test run for us to see how this can go. And I'm just hoping and praying that the COVID will allow us this year to do what we have to do in terms of sports and soccer, right? Like, it's a big deal in Africa. It's a big deal in Europe. It's a big deal in Latin America, right? Yeah. So we want our people to have that feel again in North America, in Canada, right? And talk of sponsorship, like other, international corporate organization of coming to sponsor sports, and they will have their own gain. And at the same time, there will be benefit for the players as well. You're talking about scholarship aspect. These are the aspects that corporate organizations can come in and help to enhance our sports. So from my end here, like in our community, people are looking for opportunity. I mean, our youth are looking for opportunity to explore their potentials, in sports. And yeah, they like hockey, they like basketball. But when they hear soccer, there's something that resonates in them, So they are very passionate about that. Like, they were passionate, even from my days in Nigeria. I was telling Abdul Karim about some of the sport legends that we have in Nigeria back in the days that are doing very well. Maybe you know some of them as well. Like, even in the international stage, they are still there. I remember, Kanu Wako, and some other JJ Okocha, and then late Rashidi Yekini. Then this guy from Liberia, I was trying to tell Abdul Karim last year, Roger Miller of Liberia.
Yeah, well, Alphonso Davies is technically Liberian too, so there's
that guy too.
The refugee from
So these are great sport legends that like influence, have a kind of influence on. So that's it. And I mean, with your introduction and with what you have, I know that you have a great audience and you are well ingrained in sports and sports sporting activities, and that will really help us to work together. And I want to see where we can partner together and work together and push things through in our community and get connected. I'm very passionate about sports. Like I said, I'm looking at every aspect of sports where we can connect our communities together, our people, because there are a bundle of talents there. There are a bundle of potentials out there. They are just waiting to be tapped.
Yeah.
Right. So how do we tap into all these potentials? Is for us to be present with them, to see where they can, let them see the value of what they are doing. That is not what you're doing is not a chance play. You may see a chance play, but at the end of it all, that and at the end of that tunnel there, you may see that dark here. At the end of the tunnel there's huge opportunities for you to get into. And yeah, so I'm waiting for that opportunity for us to work together on that.
Yeah, and we would love to, and that's what we're all encompassing here at FTF, and what we try to stand by is no matter what type of level you even want to play, there's hopefully something we can help progress you in. We're all about exposure and opportunities. Right. Those are our two buzzwords. For instance, we're not just going to come to Winnipeg for our 2-day event and promise that you're going to have enough skills to be as good as Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. It's just unrealistic. So what we try to tell you is if you're good enough, there's going to be different opportunities that are presented to you. There'll be professional opportunities where you can go on and who knows, knock on wood, you'll be the next Alphonso Davies or someone like that that's representing our country. Or even if you're not, even if it means you were able to get a scholarship to a Canadian university and then leverage that and go on and do something with your education. That's still a success story. So we're all about kind of telling stories here at FTF and really just trying to help out the Canadian athlete in terms of working with the African community and the African American community too. That's a big mandate of ours. I'm African American. Two of my other business associates are also consider or identify themselves as African or African American. So it's massive in terms of what we look to do. We actually have an initiative on our page that whoever's listening to this right now, feel free to check out, where it's a foundation. It's a grant process strictly for Black athletes, and it's really you can apply and we're able to pool some resources together and help give kids scholarship opportunities, no matter what type of level that they're playing in terms of what they're looking to do. So any way we can partner, maybe it's something like that at the event. We'll obviously be able to meet and grab a coffee or have some lunch or something and talk about different ideas. But for us, we're willing to work with everyone. We work with the president of Canada Soccer, and we'll work with someone that's trying to start up their own youth academy. It's literally all encompassing for us. And no matter what your journey is, we're trying to help you get there.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Before we get into our main topic for today, I would like Ken Wilson to introduce Manitoba African Cup of Nations to our guests here.
Yeah. It's it's a good experience to be part of the African Cup of Nations in Manitoba. Last year was our second edition, right?
Yes.
Yeah, last year was our second edition. But to paint a picture of what happened last year, honestly, it's something I would call it's a dream that is beyond us. Like it's a bigger dream that we see more of good things to come from our potentials that we have in sports. African Cup of Nations last year was great. It was good. And we had young, fresh talents coming on the pitch, displaying their skills and reflexes, from the right and left flanks and scoring. And you see the sweat and the passion of sports. Yeah. And
Nigeria,
Nigeria.
Who won? Yeah, give me the winner.
What we're known for, we showed our skills. And, it's not, I was telling one of our guys, after the tournament last year, I said, it's not just about winning. It's about the spirit behind it. The spirit, everything, what can connect us, bring us together, right? And there's a reward for that too. Okay, something you can see like a trophy that we are winners. But African Cup of Nations last year brought many youth together, and they were there on the pitch with their parents.
Yeah.
And those parents are there, spoke to me and said, we want to be part of this in coming years to come. We want to we never knew it's like this. Like when I attended the first game, I have to go back to our community and told our president, the executive committee, part of that, and we have to issue a statement that our youth are in a tournament, we need to support them. And people came out in large numbers. Okay, because of COVID restrictions, some people were told they couldn't make it. We're trying to do social distancing and all that. Regardless, it was very interesting. We had large turnouts and people came with their friends, with their families to support all the countries that were present. And you need to also see these guys too, all the footballers on the pitch. They display skills. Like I told Abu Karim, I said, I thought I was watching African Cup of Nations in Africa. That was what that brought the memory, the good memory of Sidolf of Senegal, of the Yeboah of Ghana, all this stuff, Sunday Lise of Nigeria, the skipper, and the likes of Roger Miller were mentioned, and other people across African continent coming on the pitch. So I saw those old faces in this young talent on the pitch. And a lot of people also came around to help. People came with drinks and soft drinks and all. And that was where I said to myself, and I was telling other people, you know one thing? In coming years, we can approach a corporate organization. We can approach institutions to sponsor one aspect of this sport or the other. Some organization can buy jersey, they can sponsor a jersey, for example, for a team or for like 3 or 5 teams, right? Or they can pay, because the arrangement for them to participate, you need to pay a certain amount of money. If you contact organizations and corporate organizations, they can decide, okay, you know one thing, we can pay for 5, 6 teams. Right. So last year was awesome. It was fantastic. I wish you can see some of the pictures. If you go to our own, I think Nigerian Association of Manitoba Incorporated, if you go on Facebook, we have a lot of our pictures there. You see the trophy, you see the victory, you see, even some of the interviews that I had. I think I had one or two interviews with Winnipeg Sports. You'll be able to see all that there. So it was fantastic last year. But it could be better, it could be greater this year or years to come. And we are ready. Like I'm already talking to the chairman of the board of directors of the Manitoba African Cup of Nations, and how different organizations, communities in Africa, in Manitoba, can join hands with Manitoba African Cup of Nations to work with them, whatever you want us to do together. Like I'm a media person, that's the area of my technicalities, and I discuss with him how we can do a press conference or do a media chat, and we'll be able to roll out some of these things ahead of time. And we will see where the government of Manitoba can encourage sports among our youth. I know there is this sport, there is this club in Manitoba, Valo football club is here, and there are other people. They recognize Valo, but they want to pay. They want to come from their own country, from their own community. They see, they don't. I won't say they don't want to play. They don't want to register with Valo, but they prefer to be part of the community that will project their own identity in sports, right? So we are looking into that as well, that all the African countries coming together. I mean, we were, how many teams that we had? We had about 9 or 10 teams last year or more.
Last year was 8 teams.
8 teams, 8 teams last year. And we are looking for more, because it's like we just need that icing on the cake, to keep doing what we're doing. It was really nice. It was great. And, we were like, are we going to end this? Oh, we don't want to end this, because it kept going on and on and on and on. And local businesses at the last minute they have to come, to sponsor, to do something, to provide something for players, and to give discounted food items to people that came on the pitch to support their teams and all that. It brought everybody together. We're all happy to be there. And it could be better. It could be more entertaining. It could be more interesting if we have other people, like corporate body and institutions that will support and sports signatures like yours too. If they can come
we'd
and
love to jump on board
and come and so it was great. Last year was great. This one will be better, I believe, and moving forward.
Yeah, probably. As we know, there's a couple of teams is going to join the tournament.
Right.
So I guess Marcus, you got a picture of the Manitoba African Cup of Nations. So let's come back to the topic. You're coming here in Winnipeg, I guess, on July, right?
We want to, yeah. We're supposed to come in June, middle of June, where we might have to push that back with how the COVID restrictions are going, but that's the plan right now.
Okay. So coming in Winnipeg, it was your first time or just you come before?
First time, yeah. This is my first time in Winnipeg. I've actually never been. I have a lot of friends that live in the area, and I know of the current climate over there, and it's I've only heard good things. The only negative thing I've heard is sometimes in the winter it gets like -30 or 40, which is a little bit too cold for my blood. But in all honesty, it's a place I'm excited to get to visit. I've almost been to almost every province in Canada, give or take. So this is one I got to scratch off the bucket list. So first time, very excited, and yeah, we're supposed to be coming over in the summertime.
Okay, thank you for that, Marcus. What can we expect from First Touch Football?
Yeah, so from our standpoint, we're coming in, and it's a high level event. I won't sugarcoat that in any way, shape, or form. They're going to be guys that are coming in there that are looking to. This is their shot, similar to the African Cup of Nations and what we just talked about there, how they want to represent their country in the right way, and they're going to put their best foot forward to win that trophy or win that tournament. This is probably equally as competitive, maybe even a little bit more, because they're competing for scholarship opportunities, professional contracts, and this is their way to get out. So it's really one of these events where it's unique. We normally go to big time markets, like we've done this in Toronto, we've done this in Vancouver. We're going to Montreal, and we've been to Edmonton and Calgary. So Winnipeg, when we decided to go to Winnipeg, we had a couple of friends in the area that said, hey, there's a massive soccer market out here that you guys there's some guys that just need that little bit of push, a little bit of extra exposure. So when we were thinking about it, and we're like, you know what, can we put this together? We put Winnipeg on our chopping block. It was we mapped out all of our spots, and then when we were like, are we going to do Winnipeg this year? Is this the year? And we all just said yes. So what you can expect from us, it's going to be professional. Everyone's going to get an official Puma kit. They're one of our partners and who we're working with, and you're going to be getting a lot. Every game is live streamed, so you're going to have people watching all over the world. Literally speaking, they'll be tuning in from the different parts of Europe, different parts in the States and Canada too. And you're going to get professionalism. You walk away with a lot from the event. It's an experience. You play 11v11 games. We're supposed to be on, I think it's called Ralph Cantifio Field, or it's a turf field out in Winnipeg there. So we've been told that that's like the best sporting facility. So we're going to be out there. So you're going to get some high profile stuff. It's not to joke around. We really tell people who register, it's really, if you're looking to take your game to the next level. It's not just like a recreational type of event where you're just going to come in and try to have a good time. We're looking for people that want to do more with the game. And that's what we're looking to do. So it should be fun though. And we encourage anyone who's listening right now to definitely give it a try. You never know where you're at until you try. If you're passionate about the game and you think you're a good footballer, and amongst your friend group you're one of the top players, that this could be something for you to test your abilities.
Good. Right. So is there any age requirement for to join for registration?
For sure. So the youngest you can be is 15, and the oldest you can be, roughly speaking, we like to say under 23, give or take, but we can make some exceptions depending on the player. But normally between 15 and 23, 15 to 21 is normally where we're at, because we have a lot of university contacts who are looking to give players on scholarship. And if you're older than 21, you simply just can't receive the scholarship. So, but yeah, we can be very flexible, because again, the opportunities are kind of endless from our standpoint.
Okay, again, it's for girls and boys, right?
This one, so coming to Winnipeg this year, it's just for boys. So we plan on doing a tournament for girls. So that's in the cards. We're just trying to work some things out. Funny enough, just how the business operates. I'm a male soccer player, so a lot of my contacts started out to be males. So if we just come and do the males this year, it'll be girls and boys next year. So we just be patient with us. We're going to keep building. But yeah, this one is strictly for boys right now.
Good. So, Winston, you got a question for Marcus right now?
Yeah. I'm just looking at. So you have the mind to come in June, right?
Middle of June. So June 12th and 13th right now.
Oh, from June 12th. So you want to be here for 2 days, right?
2 days, yeah, 2-day event, a 2-day event.
Two-day event. So so how, I'm just looking at what other arrangement do you have on ground in Winnipeg right now? Do you have any arrangement right now?
Arrangement, yeah. So we've talking to a lot of the clubs and academies in the area.
Okay.
Some of the local clubs, if I can mention some of them off the top of my head, we have, I think it was called West, something, is it WESG? I forget what they stand for, but there's a couple of different clubs that we've spoken to. Bonavital, I think, is another club that we've had some conversations with. We also know Winnipeg FC or Manitoba FC. We know the owners there very, very well. And some other clubs that we've been just contacting in the last little bit, and they've all said, yeah, like they're fully supportive. They've seen what we've done in other not countries, in other cities, and they're like, yeah, we're just excited that you guys are coming. So we're excited to be there. Long story short, we think it's going to be very advantageous for everyone that comes out.
So once you come, will that be a kind of novel matches among all these teams?
For sure. So yeah. So what happens is you don't sign up as a team. You kind of sign up as an individual, and then we place you on a team. So that's why you don't really need to find 15 people or 11 people to sign up. It's literally, if you're interested, you can come, and then what we'll do, we'll place you on a team, and then it's exhibition games. It's high impact games. Yeah, you're playing 4 games in 2 days. So legs are definitely tired by the end of it. But what you're getting out of it, you're getting to showcase yourself on a national stage. We're broadcast. It's like you're on TV. You'll hear someone, number 7, going down the wing, making a nice move, sending it across. Like the commentators will be there and present. And we plan to expose the event and hopefully get these players some fantastic opportunities.
So we can begin to sensitize our community, our youth, in case they're interested. They can come for the exhibition game, right?
Yes, exactly. So registration can all be done online. If there is a problem with payments or anything, and because there is a fee to attend the event, because you're getting a lot out of it. We have to pay for a lot of things. We got to pay for the field. We got to pay for some certain things. But if there is anything in terms of like the registration costs, or you need some assistance there, just shoot us an email. We have some sponsors that love to help out and help players out in situations like that. So we're just trying to get the word out to as many people as possible, and we'll make sure you get there in some way, shape, or form. We'll find a sponsor.
So,
we'll do something to try to get you there.
So your website, FTF Canada, right?
Yeah, ftfcanada.ca. If you put in .com, it'll just redirect you right back to .ca. So we put those systems in place, and yeah, you can check us out. Where you're looking to go to is just Boys Combine Series. So we call it a combine because that's basically like a global term for individual showcasing. And yeah, you click there, you'll see the location for Winnipeg, and you register, and we'll get your registration. You fill out some details about your position, your name, your your date of birth and all those certain things, and you get to go to the event. So it's a really good time.
The reason why I'm asking is that every week we do a weekly newsletter in our community, and okay, yeah. So we do like weekly newsletter, and we put all this information there. So this coming weekend, what I have in mind to do, I will go to your website and I'll try to copy all that and put it in our newsletter. And in our every newsletter, every week we have over 1,600 people recipients that get all these things.
Amazing.
Yeah, and it can spread all through, the community, not only the Nigerian community, but African community, because we have ACOMI, African Community of Manitoba Incorporated, which is part of, and we are all African countries are part of the African Community of Manitoba. So they all get this newsletter, and they'll be able to begin to plan for the day or for the event. Yep. And whatever information we're able to gather from there, we just embellish it a little bit and put it out there for people to register. And we let them know there is more things to get in than the money they are going to pay. Then the token they're going to pay, because people might be asking, but we'll try and encourage them to do it, because I tell you, soccer the spirit of soccer is still there. It's just that it's waiting, that spirit is waiting for the right people to just toss the ball around, and we will. I assure you, we'll work together, and I will be more available now. I've told the guy, the chairman of the African Cup of Nations Manitoba, to that this time around I'll be more available for the community, for the youth, and what we can do together. And with you coming on board with us now for the exhibition game, so there's so many things we can do together, right? And we will be sensitizing our community, our people, that this is coming up. And if there's any way, if they want to ask any question, they can ask me, then I'll forward that to you. And maybe I will get your other details, your information.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll tag the link. I'll tag the link below. Yeah.
Okay, good. So that would be great. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. So another question for you, Marcus. So what if Manitoba African Cup of Nations make a select the top 15 players? They may be able to join, or as a team?
Of course, yeah, 100%. I was just about to say, if you guys know some of the best players that were at that last tournament, or any top players, send them my way. I'll get them in some way, shape, or form. I'll contact some sponsors if need be. We'll get them participating, because that's stuff that we like to do. We like to make sure people are getting the right types of opportunities. So even if we have to give them a sponsor ourselves from FTF or something like that, we'll make it work. So yes, 100%. And when you guys next run it, you have your first sponsor here. So when you guys are running your event as well, we'll be more than willing to be a sponsor at that event, because that seems like it's going to be a really good time. I don't know if the timing works. I don't know when you guys run it, but maybe I can stop by and check it out one year or something like that.
I think
do you know when exactly the
yeah, that's a very good question. For now, I don't know. I think in the next before the end of this month, I will keep you posted about that, because Gode and I are looking at the timing, because because of these restrictions and gathering, last year summer, that was a bit the gathering was a bit the restriction was a bit relaxed.
Yeah.
So we're able to meet. But this time around it's so unpredictable, right? And consider the fact that Ontario right now, they're in lockdown, and it's affecting so many things. So, but I will keep everyone posted about that, and I will send the information to Marcus, and we'll be able to look at that. Last year, I think we had between mid-July till August, right?
Okay.
That was when we had last year. I think we might be looking at the same date, but I'm not sure when it's going to start yet. But I will let you know.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, we're definitely interested. And like I said, you got your first sponsor here, and hopefully we can bring some more.
Oh, thank you for that. We really appreciate it. And but I'm going to inform the coach and I'm going to invite some of these young folks. We're going to put everything in our newsletter, and they will be very excited to see that. And you said Puma will be coming as one of the sponsors, right?
Yeah, so that was a new deal that we just struck, and it's going to be something that's really nice. So yeah, everyone that participates will be able to get something from them, a full kit that they'll be able to take home and show off and wear in the future. We don't ask for it back, so it'll be a really nice thing. And hopefully, like I said, the participants come out, the African community can come out and experience this. We want to come to Winnipeg every year. So even if it's a little bit smaller size this year, the goal is to spread the word and make it bigger the following year. Very similar to how you guys are making the tournament. So we're like I said, we're pushing and we're excited. Abdul, thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it. Can't wait to see you guys when we get to Winnipeg. Hopefully that's on our scheduled date of June. But if we got to push it back, we'll push it back. Maybe if we push it back, we'll make it the same weekend as what you guys going on, or a couple days before, so we can go and watch the tournament afterwards. But it's nice to meet you guys, and we'll definitely be in contact very soon.
Thank you very much, Marcus, for this, and Winnipeg Sports for this opportunity. And we've started working together. We are still working together, and we keep working together. So there are so many things we can do together, and to make connection with our youth in our community and our countries as well. And the Black community, this is our pride, and we have to make sure that we get it so jealously and bring other people, regardless of their race or color, wherever they are. Let them come together, because some of our white folks also came on the pitch to support us. Some of them even brought their spouses last year on the pitch. We saw them last year, and there's people that are married to the Canadians. They were all on the pitch to support the teams, and we got to a stage that even when their own team lost and other teams are winning, they are supporting that team, and that is the spirit. It brings us together in the connection. So thank you very much.